Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well and had a good weekend. We're here today, and we thought we were just all talking before, and we're going to share a little bit now about what our plans or maybe our unplans are for Thanksgiving. So I guess I will start. I actually have a daughter in college, and a lot of colleges organize their semesters so that they end around Thanksgiving. And so I am actually going to be driving her home. She's far away, and I will be getting on my protective gear, get on an airplane next Monday so that I can drive her back home, where she'll be here for, well, at least 2 months, but a little bit indefinitely, since we have no idea what second semester will be. So on Thanksgiving Day, she and I will actually be somewhere. We don't know where yet, but it will be getting closer to home, because our goal is to at least get home by Friday, when it's my son's birthday. And then we have kind of all decided that our actual Thanksgiving celebration is going to get, at least for our immediate family, kind of postponed till we're all under the same roof and etc. So that's kind of how we're doing it. The calendar and COVID are just weird for us this year, so we're just making it our own. We're doing our own thing. So, all right. Hi, Jen. How about you? What have you got going for Thanksgiving?
I also have college kids coming home right before the holidays. Luckily, they've both been tested recently and had negative tests, which is helpful. And I'm actually going to go get a test, I think, on Wednesday, because our goal is we would like to be able to have my parents come and have Thanksgiving in our house with us. So it would be 6 of us, which is weird for my family. The typical number for Thanksgiving is something like 30. We've always had like 3 turkeys, and everybody has to bring dishes, and I've never had to do the whole meal myself from beginning to end. So stay tuned. It could get a little crazy at my house. I did it one time as a newlywed. We hosted Thanksgiving, and I used every pot and pan in my house 6 times over. By the evening ended with me in tears. I was so exhausted. We threw the turkey carcass outside to get to deal with it later and forgot about it. And the next morning, the crows had picked it apart on my front lawn, and it looked like a murder scene. So it can only be better than that time, I hope, right? That's my plan. Jessica, I see you're laughing. I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm not laughing. What are you talking about? I provided, everything goes well and everybody's still healthy in 2 weeks. It's going to be also a much smaller Thanksgiving than usual. Usually it's all of the relatives come in, but this year my brother isn't even going to be able to come down from Michigan. He and his fiance are going to be staying up there for their own Thanksgiving. It's just going to be a 4-person Thanksgiving, which is so very strange to me. But well, we'll see how it goes. Who hasn't gone? Mindy. Mindy, you're still muted. Here, let me.
Thanks, Jessica. We also have kids that are out of the house and are coming home for Thanksgiving, 3 of them. They will all get tested. One school is testing them before they come home, and the other 2 are getting tested on their own. So it'll be small, just 5 of us, but fingers crossed. Hopefully it's a snapshot in time. I know that with the testing, but as Fauci says, minimizes the risk, or risk assessment is low. So yeah, quiet Thanksgiving here, but hopefully a good one. That's it. Eck, I'll pass it on up to you.
Thanks, Mindy. So we have 2 daughters who don't live with us, and they live within driving distance. So it's going to be a wait and see. We're going to be looking at numbers for the states and see what we think. One daughter is in college, and she also works, and she says that, and she had a roommate that had a fever just a couple days ago. We've been talking about that. And the COVID test came back negative. In the meantime, everybody in the apartment wore masks. So my daughters have both said that they will show up, and when they are not in their rooms with the doors closed, they said that they would be willing to wear masks basically all the time in the house. And then we would too, which is kind of odd. But, they also know that at the last minute, if something happens, we're all just, we're all being willing to compromise and willing to change plans and willing to do whatever it needs to be. And whatever day it happens, it happens. And we're really, like, nothing is set in stone at all. But we do know that there is going to be probably masks involved in the house, which is kind of weird, but I think everyone will feel better that way. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to send it over to you, Emily.
Hi. So we were supposed to go to Costa Rica for spring break in March, and that did not happen. And we are trying to take that trip on Saturday. I would say, echoing what Eka said, I feel like things could change still at any moment. But we have our KN95 masks and face shields for flying, and we have a stack of COVID at-home tests. Costa Rica does screening before people can enter the country, and we're going to a very remote place where we will be around way more animals and really not any people. So we're going to try to make it happen, but if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, and we'll have Thanksgiving at home. I'll send it to Sharon.
My Thanksgiving situation is easier than a lot of people's because my kids are at home still. So at least I don't have the pain of trying to figure out how to see my own children when at the holiday, because they're here already. But it will just be the 5 of us, because my husband's family has a giant get together every year, which isn't happening. For obvious reasons. And then my family is on the East Coast. I haven't seen any of them since Christmas time last year, and probably won't see them until maybe the middle of next year, which is tough. It's going to be strange to try to fill that Thanksgiving time when it's just the same old 5 of us. Our one little tradition that we're going to keep this year for sure is that we like to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is kind of appropriately about getting home for the holidays. And it'll just be like a little lift. It's such a funny movie. So we're going to do that. And hopefully we'll enjoy our turkey together. I think it's time for you, Sue.
I love the idea of that movie. I might have to add that into our repertoire. So I bought like this teeny little thing that's making me so happy, little lights to go on my porch. And I'm sure there's a system to doing it. It's kind of like doing a really bad job with tiling. If you don't, like, the swag isn't the same. I literally just put them all up, and I made everyone go look at it because I'm just so happy. And I have a porch where, like, I mean, my family that's inside the house could all sit out there, but we can have 2 other people come over with enough distance to socialize. So it gives us a little chance to have maybe my in-laws come over, and there's a heat. We have like a little indoor heater that we could take outdoors. But anyway, it was such a little investment, and it's just making me so happy. And maybe that's just telling of how low the expectations are right now. But I will be using it to sit out there whenever, well, it's too cold right now already. But I'm hoping, like, if the sun comes out or something, that I'll go out there in the evening and have a glass of wine or read or do something, because it's really pretty. So if anybody has anything they want to share with us about what they're doing over Thanksgiving, do we remember the words we said? This is all about pivoting. It's unusual times, extraordinary times. Anyone else? Oh, look, we have, yay, let's get this suggestion. Okay, so Cherise says Christmas crafts that teens like at Thanksgiving is a tradition since I was little, usually with about 60 people. This year, just our 4 teens. Yeah, but that's such a nice idea. Lovely. It's about creativity right now. That's it. So if you've got anything creative to share, put it in the comments. And we'll get one more chance next Monday to talk Thanksgiving before the holiday arrives. And everybody have a great week.